We had taken this cat under temporary protection a month ago, after its owner was hospitalized due to illness. This cat, who has been happily living with us for the past month, has shown abnormal activity in the last 24 hours. 1 month ago, a cat-loving woman was hospitalized due to a serious illness and temporarily entrusted her cats to me. All of her cats were disabled, and they needed a warm and safe home. I accepted this sacred duty without a moment of hesitation. I gathered all the disabled cats and brought them to my warm home. Since this story belongs to this miracle cat, we will focus on him in this video. This house was rented by us years ago and transformed into a real cat house where disabled cats could live. It only took opening a few cans of food for the cats to start bonding with each other. The mother cat you see in this video was a stray who couldn't find a safe place to give birth. Since neither she nor her kittens have any disabilities, they will be put up for adoption in the future. Disabled cats can live in this house forever. I'm very sensitive when it comes to disabled cats because their chances of surviving on the streets are almost zero. While I have dedicated my life to disabled cats, the fact that my 3-year-old son lost one of his eyes and became disabled after an accident is a twist of fate. This accident deepened my compassion for disabled animals, and I began adopting even more disabled cats. All of these cats have had at least one limb amputated as a result of accidents: 3-legged cats, 1-eyed cats, blind cats, deaf cats, and cats with metal plates in their bodies. Disabled cats are aware of each other's disabilities, and they never fight. The mother cat, whose life I saved, allows these disabled cats to approach her kittens, and she seems genuinely happy about it.
Batman. Batman. Ne yapıyorsun? Ne yapıyorsun?
Every corner of this house belongs to rescued cats and has been specially designed for them. A month ago, the woman who owned this cat fell seriously ill and was hospitalized. She wasn't just any cat owner. She shared her home with several disabled cats, giving them the love and care they needed to survive. These fragile souls depended on her completely. When she was taken to the hospital, her cats were left without the person who had been their entire world. They needed warmth, safety, and someone who understood them. And perhaps fate knew exactly where to send them. To me. Because I've devoted my life to improving the lives of disabled cats, I took them all in. Years ago, I rented and transformed this house into a little paradise for disabled cats. A place filled with love, comfort, and second chances. These walls have witnessed countless rescue stories. But what happened last night was not just another rescue. It was something far deeper. Something spiritual, emotional, and instinctive. One of these cats, a 1-eyed beauty, had been living with me for a month. She was gentle, quiet, and deeply soulful. But last night, she suddenly began behaving strangely. She paced back and forth in front of the window. Left, right, left, right, for hours. She made no sound, no meow, no cry. At first, I thought she was watching a fly. But when it continued for nearly 24 hours, I realized something else was happening. Perhaps she wanted to go outside. I opened the door, yet she hesitated, looked out in fear, and ran back inside. I couldn't understand. Then, early the next morning, my phone rang. The news left me frozen in place. The woman, her former owner, had been discharged from the hospital the night before and returned home. And suddenly, everything made sense. The cat had felt it. She knew, not with her eyes, but with her heart, that the person she loved had come back to life, had come back home. It was one of those rare moments that remind us, love doesn't need words, nor distance, nor sight to exist. Between a human and a cat, there are invisible threads, made of trust, memory, and soul, that even fate cannot break. The one-eyed cat who felt her owner's return. When I told the cat's owner about the situation, she became very emotional and said she wanted to reunite with and hug her cat as soon as possible. The cat took one last look out the window, and then we set off for the long-awaited reunion. The cat, who had been calmly traveling in the car, became overwhelmed with excitement the moment he saw the house he once lived in. The great reunion. I returned this cat, who shared a strong bond of love with his owner, to the woman who loved him. I adopted all the other disabled cats with the woman's permission. This woman might never have been able to return home from the hospital, but the prayers of the disabled cats she had cared for over the years made a miracle come true.
Tamam.